organizations, they are very helpful. And some of these patterns sometimes are blocking. And then the conciliation is helpful. So human systems, you can think of families, you can think of organizations, and you can think of society as a whole. And it's about the science of, actually it's about the science of survival. So there are three main mechanisms, and one is how can the individual survive in a group. If you do not know how to belong to a group, you probably will be expelled, and then it's hard to survive. Or how do you exchange with a group? That's necessary also to survive. Or how can you find a secure place in a group? If you cannot find a secure place, life will be very uncertain, and then it's hard to survive. And then, so that's about the survival of the individual. And then there's also a mechanism about the survival of the whole group. So how can a whole group or a whole organization or a whole society survive? And it's about a system as a whole can sacrifice parts of itself in order to survive. But this usually works unconscious. So that's another mechanism. And basically the systemic way of looking is about how does a system react when something happens. So in an organization, when there are problems, the systemic way of looking basically is for what is this problem a solution, on what is it a reaction. If you want to get rid of the problem, it's very understandable, but it doesn't give you the information for what is it a solution. So that's the way. You first look for what is the problem functional, and then you try to find what can we do in order to outgrow this phenomenon. So I think that's a few basic things about the systemic phenomenologic approach. And it's more the word phenomenologic that relates to, it's not that you construct organizations or you construct society. I was grown up in an era where people believed that they could construct society. This is more the approach, what is society trying to tell you? You expose yourself to reality, and then you take that reality and you work with that reality. So you expose yourself to the phenomena in an organization or in a family or in society, and you work with them as how they show themselves to you. So that would be my brief summary.